this hand, you're here like this in the face of the grip. Now it's the blade. Not the blade of the weapon, the blade of the hand. Here and here. Just from here, like you're getting ready to Shihan. That's it. Just like this. You're here, now you're here. See the difference? The threat, where it is, what's going on? Alright, I've got to away from the body. I'm not going to make big movements like this unless they're chasing me or something. But now I want to keep that control. I'm just going from one side to the other side here. Like that. Okay, let's try this. Where do I want control? Yeah? Now what can I do if I can't get to that shoulder? It's like we give them the sword. What becomes the threat for them? The wrist. What does the wrist affect? The shoulder. So we're trying to get back to the shoulder for control through our position on the wrist. We're not changing what we're doing. We're just changing how we're doing it. If I can't make it to that shoulder because I'm trying to control a weapon, I know I want to control it. And I'm controlling it with the wrist now. To get back here. All understand? Yes. Alright, so from here, we're going to look at a couple of things. I am not ducking under through the shield. I want to be facing my threat. And I know when you fight for your life, your movements become very small. If I have any form of control, I do not want to give it up. Okay? So from here, I got to the shoulder again, and now I want a quick end to this. I'm going to step up with my arm through. There's the elbow. Down. Okay? So they come up, in, up, turn. Elbow. Down. Try this. I need to free play a little bit. Alright? So, once you have the weapon and you have the arm and you go down, what do you expect your opponent to do? What's that? Maybe punch, yeah? Absolutely. But it also needs like this. If I hit here, you won't be able to punch. Here, you may fall, believe it or not, if he's being struck hard. But one thing he will do if he recovers is he wants his guns back. Yeah? So he may try and bring his arm back and come back. And that is your time for this. You see? So I go back and let's say, what he says, pulls back up and come back. That's when I do this. That's what I keep, that beating moment. Free jiu-jitsu as well. Right? Similar terminology, different meanings in a bigger picture. Yeah? But from here, it's not just sort of 1, 2, and there's nothing happening here. Your partner buys in on this, believe it or not. Okay? So normally when I break someone's balance, see how he recovers his balance. Okay? So this is natural, this is normal. Okay? So we'll have it that you go bang, they pull back, and as you do that, there's your technique here. And try and just get that as they pull back. Alright? Very energetic. It works best when he pulls back. Because I'm not trying to do the lot. They're pulling back, I'm going, yes, let's go back. I'm going with you. I'm just taking you somewhere else that you didn't expect. Alright? So you go hit, pull back, pull back, and then do that then. And you'll find it a different feel. Okay, try that. Because of how they are. But some of you are sort of being in your partner sort of like this, it's getting hard to come in here. Then you'll achieve the same thing by just coming behind. If their body's bent and distorted differently, if that's more natural, guess what you should do? Because Aikido is about what's natural for the moment. Then do what's natural. You see? The only thing that you don't want to see is this unnatural behaviour that's stiff, not formed. Right? So if my partner's sort of like this, and sort of here, and I can't come in, right, then I'll come behind. It's the same principle. You want to be grabbing at the chin, bringing the head back. I've still got control here. Okay? We look at our styles, they do this sort of stuff, old school stuff. But just twisting from here, getting the center here right now, and you're going to first. Okay? So feel free to do that. So what I want you to do now is just have a little feel of getting to here, grabbing the arm, and just moving around like free flow. My job is to keep control of the weapon. My partner's job with no strikes. Their job is to see if they can get the weapon back into their body. And I just want you to have a feel what it feels like. A little bit of free play, then we do it backwards and forwards. So we just start to feel what someone fighting in that position too. Okay, so your partner. Did you notice how many times you got into the position that you go, hang on, I recognise where I am now. Too late to listen. You know, when you went, hang on, I could do it. It's only because you're just not used to doing it in that sort of free play position. But when you free play, sport is great, it's free play. It's randori. Does anyone know what randori means? Not the label it's used for, but the actual meaning. Okay? Who knows what randori is? It's a label, to and fro, it's a label. Randori. Did anyone see the movie Ran? Ran is Japanese for chaos. Randori is the practice of chaos. Right? So, for us, we want to have our free play in sort of segments so you can develop skill sets in areas. Because there's so much, I mean, you can sit back and go, oh, I really enjoy doing a particular thing. And it can draw you into the point where it becomes everything you do, it becomes your game. But when you're learning a complete understanding of combat, you want to be able to have games, pressure test things, but you want to understand what you're pressure testing. Why am I doing this? And when it's taken out of context, it's not going to make sense. When it's put in the context, then it makes more sense. Okay? So all we're doing is keeping that arm away from being brought back into the body with a weapon. It's not the best way of doing it, just hanging on. So we're going to have some other answers. And we have plenty. So let's look at some of the positions that you ended up in and what we can do. Now, if you've got one on top of these that I don't come across, so one of them were out here, and the arm was sort of brought out like this. Do I recognise that? You've got this somewhere. So one thing we can do is from here, keep this hand where it is, and I come over. Similar to like Aikido, but it's a much tighter version of Aikido. Okay, so from here, I'm going to come over. That's the control again, yeah? So I'm going to come over and up into here. And now I have control of this arm. Okay, I'm not letting this come back in where you can try and feed it back in. I'm just coming over the top and grabbing like this. Remember how we did this before? Here. Right? Similar, over the top, and now here. He's not getting this arm up. Okay, and if I want to keep the weapon away from him, like Aikido, I'm going to circle towards him. Now we're behind his back. Okay, now what are we doing in Aikido? Because we're piecing hungry. Right? So we're just practicing doing our technique off together. But when you actually have this in this position, you won't do that. You just want to go to your knee. Straight down. Right? I can pick this whatever way I want. Alright? So that's going to be the first answer we're looking to. We did our technique, we got to here, and we had this happen to us. Here's an answer we can do. In, trap, face, why am I doing the facing towards him? To take the weapon away from him being able to grab a hold of it. I don't want to come in, pull in, and swap weapon. Here, like this. This would normally look like Aikido, but all I'm going to do now is go to my knee, like this. From here, you can finish all the different ways you've been taught to finish. No worries at all. And I can escape nice and safely from here. See? Of course. Alright, let's go. And over. Here, yeah? Get the idea? But see how I didn't bother going to the ground because I want to keep moving. That's what we're doing in Aikido. Okay, yes, I'm going to bang to the ground and do this, but I want to be doing that and I want to keep that pressure on me. Technique. What's the most important part of what I'm doing? Control. The number one important part of Aiki, control. Control. Is it. That has to be at the same time. That's the bit that was most important to me. Everything else was just me. Just working there. That has to be as I'm touching that blade. Okay? I'm sorry, that's your partner. Okay, where you go? Okay, so let's look at holds. So the first thing we want to do is grab. First, now what I'm doing is the head is going away from the hand. Now I'm coming back. My elbow is now in between here and their head. Alright? Now I'm using it. So, he grabs. Right out. Here. This is how we'll start. But the way you do this breath, same as this. If I saw this coming, I don't want that hand to grab me. So it'll be treated like it's a blow. But he grabbed me. So now I start to. Okay? Start with your partner with this. This should be like what in Footwork is in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. This is devastating to the wrist. So if you're looking at each other, going like that, you're doing something wrong. This technique is this. There's no fight. It is so strong. So understand, once you get this here, little finger up, I want that little S shape. If I don't have it, I'll create it. There we are. That block is not going anywhere. If he wants to stand up, he's not standing up. I'll crush into that block. Alright, and if it's inside armor, it's not that you can't escape his hand, which is where the technique originally comes from. Okay? Right, we can partner. I'll come back into here. Let's say the arm from here doesn't bend. We're going to go from here. Yes, good. So the arm doesn't bend, so don't worry about the arm bending. Come over the top, put it in shimmer. Okay? Keep their arms straight and do Hijishima. And this is so natural for grapplers because they'll move from piece to piece naturally. You should be doing the same. If I want to do Nikkei Jo and they extend their arm, then I'm going to come over for Hijishima. Okay? If he wants to escape Hijishima, I'm going to do Nikkei Jo. So if you bend your arm, it's going to be Nikkei Jo. If you straighten your arm, it's going to be Hijishima. So just have a feel of that, where you're here, back, and then they keep their arm straight, so you step over. Bend their arm to escape that, so you come in. And you just do what they want to be done to them. Alright? You just take it in there. Conditioner. We'll look at something else. So let's say we have a pump and it's inside the jacket. You'll see this done in the GoshinJitsu Seminar prototype. Okay, it was created by Winky. So now, I don't need to know there's a weapon there or not. Right? But my opponent reaches, so as soon as they reach for something, then they should, in my mind, there's a weapon going into the pocket or you're standing there with your hand in your pocket, and if your knuckles are exposed, it's because there's something in your pocket that you're holding on. Okay? So as soon as you have a hand in the pocket, this is a suspect hand. You expect there to be a weapon all behind you there. So I'm always watching the hand. So just like we learned before about the shoulder being controlled, it doesn't have to be just in Aikido position. As soon as they reach in, I want to be on that shoulder, the upper part of the arm, not the lower part trying to control the wrist. Because what does Aikido teach us about that? It's very easy to counter. We spend our whole time in Aikido, someone grabbing to stop you from drawing your weapon. That's basically what we're doing. None of the grips make a lot of sense unless you're trying to stop someone getting a weapon. What I'm telling you is this is not the answer, because this is where he starts to counter. Okay? My answer is above the elbow, so he can't just draw that weapon out. And as I do that, I'm doing those ones. I'm not trying to do anything magical here. I just want to stop that from coming out, and I want to hit. Make sense? So even though you don't have a tanto, you reach in, this becomes a trigger. As soon as he reaches in, you just place your hand here. Try and get at the same time as you. Try that. And also, there you go. Then what I want to do is come in behind. We're going to swap behind. So keep my hands control here. I'm now going to come in behind to the weapon here. So you can see that weapon from here and control that position. Yes. So I'm in here, initial strike, grab behind, and now I'm in this position. Any questions? Want to try? Okay, and go. So chop's going like right leg guard, like double leg on it. Now, what stops me, helps me defending this chin strap. If Jock's head going this way, it's quite hard for him to get his double leg on it. Okay, do you understand that? So that's an immense amount of control. So it's the same. When I get into here, I want to be controlling that head, and I want to sort of be on the chin, because that's a lot of control. Jock can try and escape from here, but having that chin is very, very powerful. Okay? Now, if you find it hard to get to the chin, because you're shorter, then by all means, you can hit to the forehead here. You do Aikido no touch on it, or taking a set up, you do no touch. So back, push, Sarah works. Cool. Now that is one thing I will say, no touch Aikido is bullshit. That's one thing I will fight flag. But why does it work? It's okay. Rushing towards this and then avoiding it. And then getting caught up in it. And if you do it to me all the time, I start thinking, you know what I'm saying? It gets weird. But that's all that's going on. It's just that moment where, okay, you got caught and you're doing your thing. Okay? So their reaction to this technique. Alright? So, from this point here, you've gone into here. Okay? You've gone here, cross, back, to the chin if you can. If you can't get the chin, tap the head. So the smaller people, tap the head to get to the chin, if you need to. For those that can do it easily, then you just on the chin. Okay? Very similar, again, we have techniques similar to this. when I say we, the family of Aikido, Aiki GoshinJitsu, all the different things, you'll see techniques like this, things like that. Okay? What's happening in the job is that. You all recognize that. So just doing it from behind. That's it. So I'm behind you, I'm going to do it like this. Okay? So, same that is your trigger. Step. Yeah? Here you have to, but then here, and still come back to here. Alright? If you have to. If not, here, and then down. Keep this hand here, like that. Because that's the tension weapon. Okay? Okay, let's do it a couple more times. Here, I put my leg here, I put this wrist here, and I come under the elbow. And then I can bring this away to lock here. And if I want to use the lock and be more devastating, I do like a sanke drop. Even easier to lock. Okay. Just a shoulder lock, this is going to take a bit of work. I put a sanke jaw on and do it this way. Very easy, because now the shoulder is locked, so I can grip the shoulder. Here the shoulder is not locked, you're looking for the point. Here, the wrist lock puts the shoulder lock on, now I can grip the shoulder. So again, I steal this all day teaching BJJ class. You may as well learn your own stuff, huh? Okay, it's Aikido. Alright? So that's where we get to from here. Try a couple without the whole other piece, just that this piece to start with and join it together. Here, without your partner, okay, in, here. You can do this if you sort of, hey, my face is getting mashed, a bit weird, okay? You can do this, but you know that you've got the chin is facing that way, okay? And then from here, swap, under, grab, bring it out, come to the blade. Sanke. 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 Recognize it now? Yes. Same thing. Same thing. Okay? Same. Sanke. Sanke. Okay? Let's do it. Plus, you know, alright. Put that in something over here. So, same. So the classic position here, form, There's a lot of nuances to it, which means I don't need to lean or anything because I'm doing certain things on the shoulder. Even better when I have the wrist. Can anyone see the something, Joe?
Yes.
I don't even need to do it together because of the something. As soon as I have that, I've got the lock easy. So I can grip that shoulder as much as I want. That's what you're doing, but you're sitting up. But you're doing this. You can even do this. Same, rolling the sword. Same. You all see what you're doing? As long as you've got this lock, and that's circling under, now the shoulder's pulled. Now I come through. Right? And then to finish, I then just face jog. I recognise that. Now I can easily stand up in that position. You see? So I'm not just standing up. So once you've finished with doing your lock, okay, you do your lock, then from here, keep the lock, stand, bring them to you, And just finish as you normally would finish. You want to try that? Yes. There you go. Away you go. And where I need to be after I've done that block is over here. So come this way. Okay? Wait. Okay, so let's go with your partner, a little bit of movement, and then we're going to put it on. And it's the strategy that you apply that makes all the difference in GoshinJitsu. Alright? Alright, let's go. Try with movement with your partner. Punches, grabs, move it around. When you start to stop is when you the movement stops. Okay? So what I mean by that is you're doing your thing. You're walk, arm, aim, technique, whatever's going on. But sometimes you get caught up and then I'll just do a knee and now there's no reaction and they're looking at me, so now I'm trying to do something from a place of no movement. Okay? Everything in Aikido, and it's the most important part of Aikido, is your footwork. It's the thing that everyone steals. Everyone. Alright? If I was here doing say Ashihara or Enshi, I'll be turning this way, kicking, using your footwork all day. Alright? So use your own footwork, it's the best thing out there. So the thing is, I don't want to be caught in this grappling position. I don't want to be here. I love grappling, but there's no way I want to be here. As soon as I feel like I'm static, now you're his mate and out you come. And what makes people confident is stalling. When things go south, you go, now I'm going to, you've probably seen it, that's where people like to jump in. Right? I want to motivate you not to jump in by dropping your mate as quick as I can. Right? So what's important is that initial piece. Everything we do, that's the important part. That's where I can move and adapt. Right? But as soon as your self-defense sort of just becomes, now just do something. Right? Yeah, just do something, but it should be followed with movement. So if I am going to do a knee, then I need to have a knee with purpose. Maybe kneeing the leg out like this, so that I can break the balance. You see? Not just, well, why am I doing a knee? Why am I doing a knee? Well, maybe I'm doing a knee because I want his foot over here. And that's what the knee does. And now he can control his head to the ground because he's like this. So again, purpose. So we'll try that sort of little piece right now. If you did get stuck here, alright, come up, put your knee into their leg, then look after each other, and open it like that. So then you come up. Now, like judo, I'm pulling here and pushing here. I want to do this and then just add gravity. Push, pull, add gravity. And there we are, on the ground. So our whole technique. Let core, boom, boom. Look after each other. Let them move their own leg. I'm not going to go kick and pop his leg out against him. Alright, so to start with I did, but look after each other, knee, and then just get them to move their leg. From here, grab, and what am I controlling? Above, yeah, above again. Grab, pull, push. You on? No problem? Right, the last technique before lunch. Let's go.